Right here. It says no kings in America, right no one else above the law.
No one else above the law. Well, if we had a king in America, we wouldn't be having this protest right now because the king could shut this protest down. And if we had a king in America, we wouldn't have a government shutdown because the king would just say, to hell with you guys, we're doing what we want to do, but we can't do that because we don't have a king in America. And the best one is no one is above the law. But we allowed over 10 million illegal immigrants to break into our country. They all broke the law. So are they all of a sudden above the law?
No, no one is above the
law.
law.
No one is above the law. They broke the law, so they need to be held accountable for their actions
and go back to their country and try to do it the legal way to come into America legally. But instead, Trump is trying to clean up our.
All right, so for those that don't know, this was a huge march across the country, man. Millions. Majority of the people that across the country that participated in the No Kings rally, majority was, LGBTQRST, and it was supporters who wasn't a part of the community as well. A lot of leftists, of course, you know what I'm saying? And so if we can, let's take race out of it and let's just look at if you can. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just saying if you can, cool. If not, I totally understand. I'm not here trying to tell nobody how to talk. This is not this show. Anybody want to, do that, they can go to another show and do that to people. I don't do that here. It's freedom of speech. So if we could look at this situation from Americans, an American's perspective, because at the end of the day, I'm an American. I don't fuck what they say, what I go through with this racism, especially with the more and more knowledge. I mean, then we know Black people are the indigenous people now. Like the fuck, like come on, like this is to me the greatest time to scream we're Americans, knowing that this shit was ours first anyway. And I'm talking about like actually have proof. Like we kind of knew it, but we know we touched everything first. But to know that niggas pyramids here, nigga in St. Louis and shit in Louisiana and all that, like we been here and it's documented now and uncovered and discovered. I think this is the greatest time for Black people to say, motherfucker, I'm an American who happens to be an African, or I'm an African and an American at the same time. Or you know what? I'm really, truly, authentically an African American, right? So with that being said, what's your thoughts on this No King rally? And of course, we know they have a right to do what they want, but what's your thoughts on it? Do you think this is y'all think this is Marxism? Y'all think this is a fascist country now or what?
The video was a little choppy when you were playing it, so we wasn't really able to get a clear understanding of what it was saying. But I think I follow your point.
Okay, gotcha. But I explained what the No King rally was. The person who was on the video, they chose a side. So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't play that video to sway sides or use that as a, you know what I'm saying? I was just showing, I just picked a random video clip. So, you know what I'm saying? So you can state your side on it. What do you view about this No Kings rally that was occurred across the nation, millions of people? Do you agree with them saying that this is becoming that, or is that, or disagree?
I'm not 100% sure of what it means. So I think I'm a little foggy on it. Let me hear the rest of the.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm lost in the sauce on it.
Okay, so let me add more context. So the No King rally is basically them saying that we don't have no freedoms, we don't have no rights. It's basically, to be honest with you, they all hate Trump. And they're viewing him as a dictating king instead of the president of a free will country. So my question is, do y'all agree that that's what we're living in?
I mean, hey man, Go ahead, T-Ben. Go ahead, T-Ben.
Yeah, I don't so I got a homeboy, man. This was during Trump's his first term, and he said back then, I'll never forget, he was the only person I ever heard say it first. He said Trump gonna be our very last president. And he said that. And I was like, okay, okay. And then as time progressed, that's when he started hearing the little rumblings about the little tests like, yeah, I might try to go for a third term. Throwing little tests out there, see how people respond to it. And I am seeing the propaganda being exercised with their Instagram page, and wearing a crown, and all this is propaganda. It's just what they do. You know what I'm saying, to get people prepared for something. But I don't know, man. Like I heard about this Kings No Kings protest or whatever. At the time I heard about it a few days ago, I didn't know what it was, but I haven't really been keeping up with it like that. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of like, the way I think is I'm just like a do for self kind of person, man. Like whatever it is that I need to do, I'm a do what I can to get it done, man. And if worst came to worst, if we gotta go somewhere and leave, we'll just leave, man. If we feel like whatever the rights is that we don't have, that I can't do, if it's something that I'm trying to accomplish and I can't accomplish it, then I gotta make the next best move. But right now, as far as I'm concerned, I haven't been stopped from what I'm trying to do. Like right now, that could change. Maybe my plans might change, but as of right now, I don't see what I can do that I'm trying to accomplish. I guess is my point.
All right, I'm gonna chime in the middle, and then we'll let King and Yogi go again if you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm starting to realize that people are forgetting in this country, and it really goes to show you that even Black people, right? But I'm speaking on Americans, but I'm just saying, as Americans, freedom has spoiled us so much to where we forget that freedom is a privilege. It's a privilege. Secondly, freedom is something that you have to always continue to work for to keep. Right? The United States has a military. What is that military for? To protect their freedoms. China has a military. Guess what it's for? To protect their freedom. Russia has a military. It's what? To protect their freedom. And when we forget that freedom is a privilege, that's when we start to have situations like millions having a rally talking about no kings, and they're feeling like their freedoms are trampled upon and things like that. The last time I checked, if you go into any country, there's always going to be people that are not happy with something. And that's justified. That's a part of your freedom. So we need that. I don't want nobody to be muzzled. If you don't like something, goddamn it, you should have the fucking right to speak on it. So their very rally kind of is oxymoronic. You know what I'm saying? Because if you were really in a kingdom country, all y'all ass would be fucked off when y'all went to that rally. You know what I'm saying?
Are they? So I gotta look. Like I said, I gotta look into it, man. Are they trying to prevent that from occurring? Or are they saying that's what we have right now?
Nah, they're saying that's what we have. It was, to be honest with you, bro, and this is just how I see it. It was really a I hate Trump rally.
Mm.
If Biden or Camilla was in office, they would have never had the rally. It was a hate Trump rally.
They don't because they don't see them as a king or anything. It's Trump.
Huh?
I was like, because they wouldn't see Biden and Kamala as that.
Exactly.
It's Trump.
It's Trump.
It's TDS without saying it out loud. It was mainly geriatric people that were out there. They were hoping to galvanize the young people to get out there, but they weren't. It was geriatric people that were out there. Um, I mean, it was just basically a temper tantrum, and basically where no kings come from. It comes from something like that happened here in America, like I think it's back in 1744 or 1700s, when there was a British king that was ruling over these areas before 1776, the 4th of July, what we got. Well, around then they had a no kings rally saying there's no kings over here in America, God damn it. So this is the second coming of to say there's no king. You can't just do stuff. You can't just send ICE and pick up illegal people and criminals and things. You can't do that. You have to let us have them, and you have to give us a choice. That's what it all was about. Is that they feel that Trump in office, his administration, has taken away choices. When we ask, and I say we because I look at like Stephen A. He didn't say nothing wrong when he described what was going on with Jasmine Crockett. He didn't say one thing wrong. When you really have a political eye on it, and that's one of us, so we got to, because look at this too. A lot of us on this panel didn't even know what No Kings was and where it came from and what it meant. But yet, we, like when we was talking about is the black woman a feminist thing and who buys into it. But yeah, even though we don't know what a No Kings is, we run to the rally. We support the rally. We run to it and go do it because it's really like what Rock said. It's Trump. You're mad at Trump. You're mad that Trump made the choice. You're mad that he's the president. You're upset. This is not, it's not a sound, logical, mature, like reasoning of why, because it's like, okay, what rights has he taken away from you as a black or brown person that lives in America? And when you ask them that, they can't answer it. They just go into, he put a post up about 5 kids killed a white girl, and he wanted 5 black kids to get in trouble. They'll go all the way to that. I'm talking about like right now. He's in office. He's been in office about 9-10 months now. What has he done to take away those, whatever you're saying? Show that what that is. And if you're talking about DEI, that was benefiting somebody else. That wasn't even benefiting. That was benefiting white women. That wouldn't even benefiting us as a whole as brown people. And then at the same time with Stephen A. back on that a little bit because it correlates with this. With Jasmine Crockett, it's like he's saying the right thing, but at the same time, somebody, I think one of those analysts that was talking down was like, well, you can't judge her by the way she talks. You need to judge her by what she does. I'm like, well, what's her policies? What policies is she pushing that's helping black people? Well, let's put it on the constituents that voted her into her seat. What policies is she pushing? I'm really honestly asking. Because all I'm hearing is we want to say bitch and moan, but we're being nice by saying it's nothing but TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. And they won't admit it. It's like you're gonna have to work with people. When do you start working with people? When do you start like coming across the aisle? Like the government is shut down right now, for real, for real. Yep. Off of six decisions, 6 minds, it's shut down. 398 million people in this country, and it's 6 minds that shut down, and those 6 minds are trying to convince us that it's the Republicans' fault only, because we're supposed to hate the Republicans.
Yeah,
can't make it up.
Yeah, and I want to say something about Jasmine Crockett. You know, when I see your rants, young lady, and I see how you skew your thoughts, and I see how you pick and choose when to speak your cultural language, which I respect the cultural language. It's just ironic of your timing. And when you say the things you say, I want to let you know why I have a problem with you and why I can never see you being a leader of my community or from a political standpoint. There's a legendary lady called Barbara Jordan. You might have heard of her, Jasmine Dockett. One of the most elegant, humble, respectful, powerful, not just a Black woman, but most powerful woman I've ever seen in my life. And when you heard her speak, she spoke a certain fever, a certain tone. I've watched her battle. I've watched her videos of her battle on Congress. I've watched them. And I'm going to tell you how cold this lady was. For one, she was really in the community. For one, she really fought for the people. And another, this is the type of politician I like. You wouldn't, if you hear her speak, you would never know if she was a Republican or a Democrat. You literally would have to Google it. Now, when someone that represents the community from a political level can speak time and time again, year in and year out, about her perspectives or thoughts on policies, what she signs on, what she signs off, what she agrees with, what she rejects when it comes to bills and policies being passed or created, and you don't even know, and you don't even know what party she represents, that's the type of politician I want representing me. Because I'm really sick and tired of the Crip and blood politics, bro.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm so sick of that shit, bro.
I'm done with it.
Man, I'm done with this shit, bro. Man, I don't vote by I don't give a fuck about yo. Man, sell me what you can do for the community, bro.
And the independent, and the independent is just like a non-denominational church. You're just a church that just don't want to say you're Baptist. That's all it is. Independent is just the person that don't want to say they're Democrat, but it's something else that's changed. Like the Crip and Blood situation is dead. Like the whole red and blue, that whole Democratic Republican. We supposed to hate this. You supposed to hate. Nah. It ain't working. It ain't working.
Even when they speak, they don't say like to all my people in America. They say to all my Republicans in America, to all my Democrats. What the fuck, man? What the fuck is this? These niggas gang banging right in front of us, bro.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi and all. She's going hard.
They be out there set tripping, right?
They be out there set tripping, right?
She said $1. She ripped the rag up. She took a crown and ripped it up. Nancy Pelosi, but bow. She was who banging by bow.
This shit crazy, bro.
They FaceTiming each other on talking on interview, going in, just like the other ones do. The YNs do.
These motherfuckers gang banging on our tax dollars, dog.
Their only defense is, well, no one was saying it when Trump was saying vile things, and he said grab him by the pussy. Well, Future said he put his thumb in her butt.
In her butt.
Said he fucked my girl in Gucci flip flops. Shit.
Rick Ross said put lace a cup.
That was fucked up though. He slipped on that. That's fucked up. But what we want to accept.
Yeah.
Because I've been in locker rooms and I've been in situations where, that kind of talk is what's in there. But do you condone it? You can't control that. Control that. And is it a lie what he was talking about? Hey, obviously.
It was a hidden fucking recording.
You could tell who's been around groupies and who ain't been around groupies. So obviously you're in the wrong like Cam say, you can't relate. You can't relate to the conversation. I'll use that with Cam that time because, hey, it doesn't mean that it's right.
Yep.
It just means that that shit do go on.
And what y'all thoughts on this? I find this kind of sickening. Forgive me if that word too harsh. But when I vote, and I'm gonna just speak for me for one. I'm very aware of my representatives, right? I'm from Houston. I still keep up with my representatives there. I'm in Atlanta. I know my representatives, right? And how does one intelligently go into a voting booth and say, boom, our Republican, boom, I'm a Democrat? What the fuck?
You be surprised, man. You be
That
surprised.
shit is mind-boggling to me, bro.
It's tied to tradition, your friendship with people, your loyalties. It's tied to a lot of that kind of thing, to where what makes you feel like you're a person. And some people just like, oh, I vote blue no matter who. Boo boo. I'm out of here.
Man, I do not want to engage in debate with a motherfucker that vote Republican or Democrat across the board. No, nigga, I don't even want to have a conversation with you about politics.
Man,
I'm not wasting my breath with you.
that's staunch.
That's what I do, right?
Staunch Republicans.
Well, stop it.
Staunch Republicans. For sure, there's people that are like that.
No, bro. I need to know who you is. I gotta evaluate you, man. I gotta see if you in my best interest, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't voting all the way down the boo.
They really do need to make a local level like bracket, like how you do with the Sweet 16 March Madness, like a bracket for black folk, brown folks, for people, just people, because I think, but really technically only 40% of the population votes.
Yep. That's crazy, ain't it?
And then out of us, maybe 20, 30%.
But 60%.
Is 60% of the population vote? Okay. I think
that's
out of us,
that's 40% missing.
That's still a lot of people. That's still a lot.
Yeah.
But hey, they even say there should be less people voting anyway. So I don't know if we want everybody voting. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, man, T-Bean, you want some finishing thoughts on that?
No, man, y'all covered it, man. I was just no, I think a point I was gonna make is that people sometimes people just vote based off if they're Republican or Democrat off the values that those parties tend to lean towards. So they assume that the person that they're voting for has those same values, and they're too lazy to do some research. I do think that I don't like the way politics is set up in the United States. I don't know if it's globally or not. I don't know what it's like in other places, but propaganda, man, it's always like, you see these political ads that they run to get to sway your vote. And I wish that there was a better way of educating more people about the candidates. Um, and I know it's the job of the voter to go out and learn about the people that you're gonna vote for. So I get it. But I think that also it could be a two-way street to educate people. Find ways to put it in their face, where it's not always about a smear campaign about one candidate versus the other. It's just get educated. I know there's websites you can go to, but I think it could be something the city does at the local level, or your town, or the state on the state level, just to educate people on all the different people that are running, so people can have a better educated voting mind when they go to the booths. But yeah, man, y'all covered it, man. Y'all pretty much covered it. It's a whole bunch of game banging,
Yeah,
Democrats and blood against.
I would say at this point now, we can get the education of like the candidate, but I think we need the education of like who is the person once that candidate gets in to talk to, make some change happen like immediately. Like who is that what is that process? I want to know because usually we get the right person in, say we do Obama, but then all of a sudden, some said something. We couldn't do it. We couldn't do it. Yeah. Then somebody else gets in. Oh, shit. First third day, he could do it. Trump, he just signed shit. He's doing it. So how can we get the information of who can make some shit do it, like right now? Like we supposed to have big bread, big money, big shit. We big dogs. Let's make some shit happen today. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what my response would be to that? I think the first thing that we need to do, because it's very apparent that your most powerful vote is your local vote, right? Mm-hmm. And so what I would say is that, and I'm gonna speak to my people for a second. We need to stop being only intrigued by attention politics. You know, it's kind of like this, right? Say, so you know how you got people who don't really watch football, don't really watch NBA, don't really watch boxing like that. But then when they get close to the finals, they want to have an opinion or perspective about it. They want to talk like they just really been into it or they know shit.
Yeah. Yeah, casual fans.
Yeah, that's how we are with politics.
Right.
We don't know nothing on the lower levels because it's not popular.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? And I remember, man, I made a point before the presidential campaign. This was back in like May of last year or something. I don't know, maybe right before the actual political season came about. And I said, hey, we approaching the political season. I said, don't get out of pocket with your friends that you've been cool with for 15, 20 years. That helps you change your flat tires, that it gave you some money every now and then when you needed it, then been that shoulder you can cry on. All because they got different political opinions. And that's what happens every single time.
Ben, it's about to get bloody. Me and Atum, we can't wait. It's pandemonium. Like the primaries are coming up 2026. Oh, it's
man.
Like whole family members about to get kicked out the house. I'm telling you, like,
yeah,
see this in literal real time. I hate to say it, it's fascinating to me. It
is extremely fascinating.
It's a case study.
Man, you know what? It's funny you said that because ever since I was young, my old man, he was military and he's always tuned into the news, given that he was in the military. And so I've always watched every Sunday morning I get up and I look at the news. And I don't look at the news in my mind to get informed. I want to see what they feed the people. I want to know what are people going to be thinking and how they view things based off. And I look at different channels to see how they spin stories. It's always fascinating to see what they say. You can tell when you converse with somebody, you can tell, okay, I already know the news outlet you listen to based on what you're saying. Because they all say the same things. And if somebody is more so on the red side versus the blue side, they say the same things. And it's like a script. It's fascinating to see. It really is.
Yep.
It's fascinating.
Yeah. And so that's why I say, man, we got to stay focused in local politics. It's sad that, people will brag about these nice communities they live in and they got a new home, but they ain't been to one goddamn townhome meeting.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not even
That's insane to me, bro. They don't even, we don't even know the power we have to make decisions in our own freaking community, bro.
First line of government. First line of government, your HOA.
Your HOA. God damn it, man.
They powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful.
We won't even go to the HOA meeting now.
And you paying into it every year.
Because the goddamn shit is on Wednesday night at 7. That's why. I'm at my mama's house. I need to be at the damn HOA meeting.
But
you pay into it.
We won't even go to a HOA meeting. It's funny how we want to have power where it's going to be hard to get the power. But the power where we do have, we don't want to utilize the power. Insane.
And like they say, man, the power's with the people.
And you can come to agreement on, hey, I need the trash man to run on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I don't like Mondays and Fridays.
Right.
This shit is crazy. You can determine when your trash man comes to pick up your shit.
You do got some control of some shit.
So
the No Kings Day was unnecessary because you do got control of your trash can, goddammit.
You shut I bet somebody watching this saying, God damn, I know this shit. That's what we here for, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And then the police be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they be there.
with the police and who they pay to protect the community. Dog.
They get to see who you are. You ain't gotta be. They can walk around your neighborhood. They know your face.
Hey,
that's Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Officer Johnson. This is my badass son. Keep him in line. He good. When you see him, he good. He go to school. He play football.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? So if he do stop,
Hey.
man, what's up, man? Yeah, I know you better, man.
Hey, serious people take serious people seriously, if that makes sense.
Yep.
That's all it boils down to. They see you involved with going on in your community. They think you a serious person. They gonna take you serious. They see that you paying attention.
Yep.
I mean, you learn this kind of things and different soft skills in school, man. You know, they teach you certain things, even though back then we didn't know the value. Some stuff that we don't talk about today. Some things they teach you. Be involved with things.
Yep.
It matters. When you're part of the community, it matters.
Yeah. And let me tell black people this too, so because I know we can be so anti-police. Let me tell you something. If gangsters understood the importance of having relationships with police and people in authority, you think I'm not? Oh yeah, I got cop friends. I got plenty of them motherfuckers. Oh, they my friends. You got me. You gotta utilize assets versus liability. I don't need the police being my liability. I need them to be an asset.
Yeah. Be smart.
Hey man, you gotta know some lawyers, some judges, some policemen. You gotta have a network of people, man. You never know when you might need something from somebody.
I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I don't need all my friends being criminals. Balance this shit out. Fuck that shit.
No, for real. You gotta be well balanced, man. Straight up.
See, yeah, man. So hey, y'all bet not only should you bet your woman, y'all bet your friends, bet everybody. Bet everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Make wise decisions, man.